Let's do a lock journey update. I have been locked since July 4th, 2024, officially 6 months. This is my third time locking my hair in 6 months. Now, I know some people are on these strict guidelines of they have to lock their hair after so many weeks. I mean, if you just kind of broke it down, I've probably gone and done it once every 2 months, and so far it's working for me. I think that you really need to look at your hair and lock your hair in the timeline that you see fit. But if I had to be honest, now I lock my hair all the time. Because if I see that something is loose and coming away from the scalp too much, I'll just lock it right then. So I don't really have a timeline per se where I need to do this once every 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or what have you. I just do it when I'm like, yeah. And so I looked up this weekend and I said, I have to do it this weekend because, first of all, I knew I was going to get an extended weekend just because the weather here was supposed to be bad. And I was like, well, let me capitalize on this time that I'm going to be in, and let's just go ahead and lock this hair. I'm glad I did it. It took me 2 days off and on. I don't know exactly how many hours. I don't even want to say because it may it may scare me, like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. But because I was able to stop and start, eat, take a break, do whatever I wanted to do, worked on some other things, and got back at it, I ended up doing this. Now, what is really interesting is this spacing. The spacing is interesting to me because I don't ever remember this prior, because in times past, I used my fingers to lock my hair. So I wasn't locking my hair tight to the base, as you see here. Now, what's different with this time, I used these tools. And because of that, I was able to lock my hair, of course, at the scalp. I'm just like, why does it look like your hair is thin? Now, I know I don't have thick hair. I've never claimed to have thick hair. I would say I have voluminous hair, but I've never had thick hair. But this right here makes me look like I have thin hair. But it's okay. It's mine, and I'm going to rock with it. What I also will say is I kind of like it. Let's get a little closer. I know I say all the time I don't have a grid, and for the most part I do not have a grid in my head, but it looks like it. I just took a little bit more time at parting in the front because I could see it. But in the back, it's almost like they free form me. Like they're free form locks. And I have to make a concerted effort to keep them at bay. I'm just going to allow them to just do what they're doing, but they're thicker back here. I don't know if I could show you without, let me see. Hope you can see this. But these are, I don't think you can see anything. Could you see it? I don't know. But it's definitely a lot more difficult for me to upkeep with the parts back here. And as a result, I have interlocked quite a few of these micro locks. And it's okay. It's okay. I'm not upset. I know at some point I'm going to have to lock or interlock some of these together as my hair continues to grow. One of them, I just did a little 2-strand twist. I don't know. I know it's on this side, but I don't know exactly where because I just couldn't get around it. I was like, you're going to have to put these two together. It's inevitable. So I did that today. So I guess I'm no longer at 272. I'm still at 272 because they haven't truly locked together. But at some point, I'm going to have to bite the bullet. I will probably have thicker locks. I really like this size. If they could stay this size all over my head and continue like this, I would be happy. I'm also at the point where I'm like, will you keep your hair short? Because I know some of the women in the lock community, they don't care to have long locks. I think I'm gonna try to see how long I can get them. But when I tell y'all, like, this stuff is, again, I'm saying my hair is not thick. It's not thick until I have to do something to it. Like when I was trying to do this, I'm like, my hair has never been this thick where, you know, it's difficult for me to twist it. It's voluminous. I mean, it's thick because, of course, Vita, the dead hair, it has nowhere to go. So that's why. But overall, this right here has been the best thing that I ever could have done for my hair journey. It's taken this opportunity to lock my hair and to see where it's going. Now, the next step, I'm going to dye it again. I'm trying to allow my hair to grow out just a little bit more. And you can kind of see the growth from where these locks are. I mean, from where the coloring is. So you can see where it is, but because I would say that might be a good one. That might be a good one. I don't know if you can tell, but maybe 2 inches. I don't know, but I can definitely use a touch up with coloring. And again, for those of you like, oh, you shouldn't color your hair the first year of you being locked. Okay, you don't color yours because I'm gonna color mine. I'm gonna color mine. I just don't know when, and I'm not quite sure of the color. I can't even remember what this is because it's been so long since I put it in my head, and it's absolutely lightened over these last 6 months that I've been locked. And I don't know if it's because, you know, the lack of, you know, not moisture, but the lack of like oils that I put. And I need to do better. I do need to do better with putting more oils in my hair. And I will, now that I've done this last interlocking session. I was afraid to continue to put all that oil in it because I'm like, oh, your hair is going to start locking, because it needed to be tended to. Again, it took me 2 days off and on to do this. I'm glad I did it. It's the best decision I could have ever done for my hair journey. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to continue to grow and how much I'm going to learn in this journey of taking care of my hair. But this is Vita with Life Her Way, just giving you guys an update on my lock journey. Smooches, y'all. Bye-bye.